I'm Frank Sage. I just recently accepted the position of Director for Survivability, Vulnerability, and Assessment here at White Sands Missile Range. Originally, I'm from New Orleans, but I moved here when I was in the fourth grade, and I love it. I went to several schools before I moved here, and even though I was young, I got a flavor for Colorado and Texas, and I like Las Cruces, so I'm glad I went to school here. So let me just say how envious I was of my kids as I watched them go through high school, and they were so much more involved in band and other extracurricular activities. And I wish, looking back, that I had done more of that. But that just wasn't the type of student I was. I was interested in art and very much in math and science. So I came in with a like and an affinity for those subjects. I know that doesn't always come easy to everybody, but there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you don't want to learn something, but you love knowing it. And sometimes that's math for a lot of people, especially as you get through calculus and beyond trig in general. It becomes more about really being able to use it as a tool. And sometimes it's not too fun to get there, but the other side of it is like knowing another language and being able to travel in another land. It's not a place that a lot of people get to. So it's sort of an elite thing to get to that level of understanding of mathematically the way the world works. Let me just say, I had one of the best darn math teachers in high school that a person could ever have. He was also the wrestling coach. Again, I wasn't in the sports either, so it had no effect there. But Mr. Gom, wherever you are, if you're hearing this or ever hear it, one of the best geometry teachers there could be. And I also had the pleasure of having trigonometry with him at Mayfield High School. As I was saying, I'm now the Director for Survivability, Vulnerability, and Assessment. And we have all sorts of capabilities that are like a physicist's playground. We have a machine that makes lightning. We have a linear accelerator. We have a reactor for making neutrons to expose equipment to. We have all sorts of electromagnetic environment capabilities, such as high power microwave and electromagnetic pulse. We have a gamma facility, similar in concept to what you see at the dentist's office, much bigger in terms of power of the source. And so I'm the director of all of those facilities, all the people that come to test them, at them, and that operate them. Formerly, I was the fast burst reactor facility director, and that's how I spent most of my career as an operator operating that reactor. When I was a kid, I wanted to act, and so I got very involved in local theater in my hometown, and that actually is what led me to my first exposure to being on campus and campus life. I got to be in a play at the university, and I got to meet students in all sorts of subjects, and that will, if you could call it that, to get up in front of people, has served me well. That's one of the skills beyond my degree that's helped, is being comfortable getting up in front of people and speaking. But I did have to get special certification at the reactor, a special license for that, and that was mostly on-the-job training. I've taken other classes for specific subjects like decommissioning and criticality safety, that sort of thing, but very much on the job with a little bit of training off-site. I'm a director now, but I very much would like to head into an SES position. That's a senior executive service, and I want to influence nuclear policy in this country, both from an energy standpoint and from a defense standpoint. Uh, I have two girls and four boys. All of them are already through high school, and I watched them as they got very anxious as they were heading towards their senior year. It was, okay, I'm done, but I'm not done. What am I going to do in school? What am I going to be after that? It got to where they were so excited to get out right up until it was close. And I will say that you will find yourself. Don't worry about what degree you're going to take. That doesn't matter right now. That first year, the reason they have all those elective credits across all the degrees is so that you can find out what you want to be. You may find is, even though you went for a chemical engineering degree, you now want to do electrical. You might want to major in psychology or sociology. You don't know until you take some of those exploratory 100 level classes what might interest you. So I would say, as long as you're not on a scholarship that insists upon it, don't declare a major. Go to school and find out who you are and what you want to be later on. That's the there's it's not written. Just go out there and do it.